Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to test some more the puppet of Zatanna and see how it performs and how we can take better advantage of it. Because the problem with this artifact, when it activates, when you have that buff active that gives you some damage, gives you infinite power, gives you unblockable, this artifact is extremely good. If this could be active at all times on all characters, this might be arguably one of the best artifacts in the game. Problem is, for most teams, well, unlike the Bad Ninja team here that you can obviously do, and the Bad Ninja team with this artifact definitely slaps ass, but for most teams it's going to be very hard to activate. So I'm just trying to experiment with various teams and see how it goes on various characters. And at points, some of you guys were like, oh, Sigval, you do the same things over and over again and you don't try new stuff. I try new stuff when I see the potential in it. I'm not gonna try something with meta-human artifact against the 2 billion health. And over here, for example, in those fights, in most of them at the very least, I would have a far better performance and be a guaranteed kill on the bosses with like Dark Maul cards or something. But I'm interested in this artifact and I hate it at the same time. Both of these things combined. So we're going to test this bad boy out. By the way, this was the reward for Wonder Woman. Quite garbage. I mean, All Blades, if you have Dark Maul cards, it's not really a good drop. We have used the Black Adam plus our Banshee team yesterday, and I wanted to see if Black Adam can actually do well enough without Sir Banshee, because he's gonna be spamming that third special a lot. And to be fair to this fight, because it'll not have the best ending of all, this was not the ideal scenario, because Black Adam can stack the Puppet of Zatanna so much easier with his special too, because that's going to put 2 negative effects on the enemy. And we do not have access to that over here, because it's locked. But we're gonna see if we can trigger it regardless. So this is basically no negative effects from anywhere but the Puppet of Zatanna, and we're gonna see if we can reliably get this as long as we just spam specials. I'm just gonna go 3 hits into special, and we're relying on that 50% chance basically. And for the most part it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, we haven't triggered that yet. But Black Adam is doing his thing, getting some damage buff from the artifacts. But we're nowhere close to triggering it, sadly. But yeah, we triggered it finally. Finally we triggered that, and to an extent I wish we didn't, because we're gonna sit on it for a very long time. But as the clock ticks and as we get towards the end of this fight, in the very last second, where only 1/3 special would have been necessary to murder this man, I'm gonna lose all my power! And I did a special 2 towards the end of the fight, but if you kill the character after the timer is over, they're gonna come back to life with 1 health. Literally, I needed only 1/3 special to kill this man, and the Zatanna puppet was like, nah bro, you ran out of debuffs, I'm gonna take away all your power. I hate this artifact so much, but it's an interesting one, so we're gonna keep trying it. It's not bad, it's just heavily annoying at times to use. We're going to bully Boss Redwood here. We're going to do a little bit of a vibe check on his vitals with the League of Anarchy. I have the Hand of Zatanna on Praetor Batman, and this is never gonna reach full stacks. And on the one hand, I'm quite happy because I don't really need it to reach full stacks, and it would be bothersome if I randomly lost power if it did. But yeah, that was the League of Anarchy fight. Just a little vibe check on Redwood. He's not doing fine. And this fight will be messy. This fight will look like garbage and will be played like garbage, but I'm gonna do better in future fights, and this is an interesting thing, because Multiverse Green Arrow, as a support character for the Multiverse team, is garbage, because the only thing he does when you're using them in raids and stories, at the very least, it gives them a bit more damage on the 3rd special as a source of dots damage. You're gonna deal some additional damage as dots after the 3rd special. And the problem with that is that the amount is laughable. I have no idea how that's calculated, but you'll deal 3 million 3rd special damage, and the dot damage is gonna be like 50k. So it's simply not worth using. But the dot damage is going to be a little bit of a negative effect. And it's gonna be separate dot values, because if I use a 3rd special and then immediately after use the 2nd one, it's gonna apply a different dot value, so that's gonna be 2 negative effects from that actually, so this is a reliable way to reach max stacks, and it took me some time to reach the proper gameplay here. As you can see, I'm still trying to figure that out. We have got here on Flash to get some negative effects from there, but if the fight is combo interruptible, this should be so much smoother, and you can just spam third special Multiverse Armor Supergirl infinitely. And yeah, the thing I didn't figure out was when to start hitting after Catwoman fell so that I get the first hit. This is the proper gameplay. This is how it should have gone from the start. It sadly didn't, and we're missing a lot of crits. Like, crit resistance on bosses is no joke. That's and people tend to forget that because we've been using Dark Metal cards for so long, but critting is not a guarantee. Critting is a privilege. And yeah, really looking forward to see the Multiverse Green Arrow team in action again when they have a more proper fight to fight, though I think the damage is still gonna be kinda lackluster. But nevertheless, we're using Silver Banshee here, and we have the Puppet of Zatanna on her. Sorry if I said Sand of Zatanna in this video at various points. But yeah, we have the Puppet of Zatanna, and yeah, we didn't really get to see the full extent of damage. Sorry if you heard that phone call. But that's gone. We're not gonna see the full extent of the damage because this man didn't have much health to go around, but it's pretty decent values. Now here's a fight from the main account. Martian Manhunter has been a dogshit combo builder as far as the investment required to get him. Because he's a legendary character, you need to get him from a chest, and you need to also get his gears. And he's gonna perform at best slightly better than Reverse Flash as a combo builder, but he's got a passive that we did not care too much about until now. His passive is going to be increasing the duration of debuffs. Hear me out. Increasing the duration of debuffs. Those things that you see on screen with the duration are called by the Martian Manhunter debuffs. But the Puppet of Zatanna is going to call them negative effects. And what are you even doing? What are you even doing at this point, my dudes? Are they debuffs? Are they in the same category with the permanent debuffs? As we all believed until this artifact was released. As Martian Manhunter passive believed in the wording, is the Puppet of Zatanna bugged and should apply for permanent debuffs as well? Or is the wording wrong on Martian Manhunter's passive? But the thing is, Martian Manhunter is going to increase the duration heavily of the negative effects, as they are called now, even though his passive calls them debuffs that are applied onto the enemy. And that's gonna be a pretty damn decent synergy with the Puppet of Zatanna and with Silver Banshee. So yet again, not the highest health fight, so we can't really see the max performance of this, but definitely something that I'm looking forward to testing in terms of how much damage it can really do. Also, you have Beta Club on him just for the additional debuffs, not for the damage. You can use God Care and gets kind of the same results. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. All that being said, I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye, and subscribe, by the way. Bye!